I want to know, did you actually face cancer?
Yes, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, type of blood cancer that starts from the bone marrow and is a lymphoma. So my lymph nodes, that was where the cancer cells were.
Wow.
Simply put, cancer of the lymph nodes, lymphoma.
Wow, wow, wow. So I want you to now take me back to that day, the day when you received the diagnosis. How was the moment like for you? What were actually the feeling you had on that particular day? I want to know.
Okay, on that particular day, out of the day, I was sick for, for like months. We were looking for answers. One doctor even said I had TB, tuberculosis, and I had started medication for it, and it didn't work. And when I went to another hospital, like, oh, you don't actually have TB. Let's do a biopsy. Any biopsy results came out, it showed cancer. And for when further testing happened, in my reaction that day, I was in denial. I was like, why will I have cancer? I told my mom, the doctor doesn't know what he's saying. He's lying. Let's go to another place. So I was in denial for a while. I even said, oh, I was not going to do any treatment. I lie. I don't have cancer. That let me just treat the cough because the cough was the main symptom. Let's just treat the cough. And once I stop coughing, then I'm fine and all those things. So that was my reaction that day.
You are really a woman of faith. But were
No,
you
no, not
in
by
what
myself.
level then?
I was in 300 level first semester. I was about to resuming for second semester. Yes. During the holiday of between first semester and second semester. That was
Okay, so when you got diagnosed of the cancer, and when you now said, okay, it's time for me to go and treat this cancer, how long did it take you to actually get treated?
okay. At first, I thought the normal for lymphoma, the type of cancer I had, the normal treatment plan is 6 months, 6 cycles of chemotherapy, and according to the research I did, and according to people I saw, because immediately I was diagnosed, started researching people that had it, and they were like in 6 months, even before the sixth cycle, they were already cleared of the lymphoma and they were fine and all those things. So it's just like, okay, 6 months, I'll be fine in 6 months. And after the first four treatments, I did a PET scan. The PET scan is to show, just like a CT scan, but more specialized, to show how the cancer cells, the degree and how specialized they are. Then he said with the first PET scan said, even with the treatment, even with the chemotherapy, the cancer was progressing. That was I started treatment in April. Then I did the PET scan. Because going into the treatment plan, I was positive. I was like, oh, 6 months now. Let's just do it. Then after the 4 months, was it 4 months? In August, when I did the PET scan and it showed that it was still progressing with the chemotherapy. I felt bad. That was when I knew, oh, this is actually a big deal. So it can be really resistant. Chemotherapy may not even work. But
Mm.
all my belief was that, oh, chemotherapy is the treatment and it's going to work. So after the PET scan that showed progression, I had to move on to another treatment phase, the second phase of the second line of treatment. And that one was stronger than the one I had been taking before. And after that one, I had to go on to a bone marrow transplant. That was the doctor's conclusion that even with the second line of treatment, I can't end it there. I have to continue to go on with the bone marrow transplant, which will eradicate these cancer cells from it will they are basically they are blasting my bone marrow. The stem cells that go on to produce these cancer cells, they're going to eradicate everything and infuse new stem cells into me. Then the new stem cells that they infuse will now grow to become normal cells that won't produce cancer cells. So that's basically the whole gist about the bone marrow transplant. So it took me about I'll say 2 years. Yes. Yes, 2 years.
Wow, good year.
Yes.
My goodness, that's quite a long period of time for students to stay out of school. But I want to know, within that season, how were you feeling?
At least my during the deferment, at first I didn't want to defer. I was like, oh, I can handle going to school and going to for chemotherapy. But after the first cycle of chemotherapy and how it made me feel, I was like, oh, I can't handle the two. the stress of school and chemotherapy. So I deferred. At first, I deferred, I think, 1 semester or 2 semesters. But after the result of the PET scan, the earlier result of the PET scan, I had to defer extra 2 semesters, knowing the time frame has already increased. I was During the deferment, I was just focused on getting well because I knew my sports, my lecturer, the HOD of my department, she had assured me that anytime I come back, there's still going to be a spot. I should just continue writing letters, wrote letters to the school to approve my deferment. I should just continue going the official way that they're not going to pull me out because of I'm sick or something. So I put school aside for that time and I focused on getting better, taking it one day at a time. So that was all what I did during the period of deferment.
My goodness. You actually, in the space of 2 years, you deferred 4 semesters.
I deferred 4 semesters.
Yes, 4 good semesters. That's quite a long
Yeah.
period of time. That's quite a long period of time. I want to know internally what was in that period of time of yours having the understanding that your classmates are studying, they are going for exams, they are improving their lives, they are living well, and you are at home, under chemotherapy and all. So what was the toughest internal battle you faced?
Okay. At first, I felt bad. I felt bad that I had to leave school. But on the other hand, I had to be alive to be in school. In anything, my health comes first because I cannot be dead and still be thinking about school. So for me to be in that school, I had to find a way to be alive and I had to fight to be alive. And I just obviously anybody will be sad if they have to stop school for a while. But I just I put it at the back of my mind that we all have different lives. We have different races to run. We are not on the same race. And I knew that one day I was going to come back. I was not just going to leave school like that. And I knew, okay, no matter how long this thing takes, I'm still going to go back to school to achieve my dreams.
That's quite a mindset, though. We live in a world where when certain things like this happen to you, many persons tend to, go to the pendulum side where they now feel sad about their life and not wanting to move forward anymore. But then again, the mindset that you know that you are going to come back on your feet and you're going to come back well. So I want us to, go through that journey. When you stepped back into school after beating, this cancer, what did that moment feel to you?
I had a lot of support. The new classmate I had, they didn't look at me weirdly or although I think they were curious that what has because I didn't know them before. I think it was when I was leaving, they were entering the school. So I didn't have prior relationship with them before. But they were supportive. Any assignment they were help me submit, they were actually supportive and I didn't feel they didn't make me feel apart. Yes. So I think that was a good support system.
It means that you actually rapport well with them and you didn't see yourself as their senior. You just saw yourself with them as
No,
classmates and all. I love that. I want to be like you when I grow up. But now, the thing is, when you now returned, because from what we actually read online, that got us intrigued about you, you're not just coming back from cancer, you're doing exceptionally great. You didn't just return normally. I believe you returned with fire. Because for you to actually finish with a first class, how did that transition? What really happened? What played in the bottom?
I won't say I did something extraordinary because even when I came back, I won't say I read, I was reading and all. I didn't have the energy to read because even when I came back, I came back from India because I did my bone marrow transplant in India. I came back from India in August, then I resumed in September or early October. That's timeline. Sha. So I was still weak from the bone marrow transplant. I wasn't able to do much. I still had hospital appointment. I had to do weekly hospital appointment at last week. My school is inside last week. I had to do weekly appointment. I was not strong. Every week there was always something wrong with me. Either I needed blood transfusion, or I came down with malaria, or something, or I need injections to boost my white blood cell. The remainder of the year, even till January last year, it wasn't really easy and I just had to know my limits. I won't come on here to say Oh, when I came back, I was reading. I just had to know my limit. I had to know my type of reading style. That okay, if I read for 1 hour and I discuss it with somebody, I'll be able to get what I read and I'll be able to understand it. So that's basically what I just did. And then for assignments also, I do it before way before the deadline. Because any type of stress on me that time, it will lead to me being sick, both emotional stress, physical stress, or mental stress, any type of stress, breakdown completely. So to take it easy. I don't know. I was not able to do night class, read for long hours. I couldn't do all that. I just had to take it easy. Do the little I knew and just get the best out of what I did. That's it.
Wow. But then again, this looks so I'm looking for the word now. It looks so easy. How you just said I was able to just go with the flow, do this the way I just wanted to do it, and you came up with one of the best results. I believe that there is a mindset that powered the result that you handled. And I want to know what actually changed about the way you saw time, the way you saw life, and the way you saw yourself when you came back from beating
What
cancer.
changed about the way I saw life was that this life is it can be taken from us at any time. Well, it's not promised. Like I was just a normal person going off about my day. Then the next month, in a matter of months, everything changed. So I learned to appreciate life a little more. I learned to not to stress over little things that won't add, even over little things, over relationships, over things that won't benefit me. I learned not to stress about it. And I learned to make memories. That friend that is asking me, oh, let's go out, I will go. Because when I was sick, I was just looking at, oh, all the things I have not done. If I die, what have I achieved? The places I have not gone to, the people I have not met, the people I didn't call. So I just learned to appreciate life and take it and just how will I say it? And just appreciate life in general yes, and make memories. That's just it.
Wow. Wow. Making memories, very, very important to the Nigerian students, especially Gen Zs. So now we got to realize that you emerged as the best student, the best candidate in the nursing profession exam. Are we correct in that?
Yes, yes, but that's in my school, not national, not Nigeria.
Yes, in your school. When you heard your name as the best student in the nursing profession exam, now what did that victory actually mean to the version of you who was once at the hospital bed?
Yes. Okay. At first, I wasn't expecting the award. They didn't tell me prior that I was going to be awarded that. So immediately I had my name. I felt fulfilled. I think that's the word that I felt that all my troubles were compensated. Yes, I felt the days where I had to go to clinic while classes were going on, the days where it was so, I was really tired, I couldn't do too much. The days where I was in pain, just felt, is there a word like unified? I felt so fulfilled that, okay, my work was appreciated and I was recognized.
All right. Just to wrap up, thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you so much for actually allowing us to, get to learn your story. And I believe Nigerian students out there will learn, get inspired, and want to challenge their narratives and challenge their lives. Now, there are students out there right now that are carrying problems, carrying challenges, carrying ill health and fear, pressure, and all. So if you had the chance to pass a message to them, from your own experience, from your own journey, what is one truth you let them know?
Okay, I'll say they should take it one day at a time. Sun is definitely going to shine after every storm. And there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Just take it one day at a time. Things will still get better, no matter how hard it may seem now. The future that is looking bleak, when they get there, they'll look back and be grateful. And they just take it one day at a time.
Do you know this song? One day at a time with Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, do you know this song? Surprisingly, this song I played it so much during treatment by Lydia Rando. Yes, I know the song.
Thank you so much, Ameerah. Thank you so
You're
much. It's
welcome.
it's it's an honor having to see you, and we are
Yes.
grateful to God that
Being on your
he,
platform.
he helped you to survive, not just survive. When he came back, he now crowned you with an excellent result. And we believe we'll get to see at the top. And we believe that the second chance that has been granted you, access to live, will bring glory to Jesus' name and will
Amen.
actually help contributing to shaping our
Amen.
nation into a better place.
Amen.
Well, we believe you got value from this conversation. Now, what is one thing you learned from this episode? Please let us know in the comment section. Thank you and see you on Monday.